Let's start with the most popular, the one you're probably going to know, Google Translate. How good is this app, and are there any better than Google Translate? Well, Google Translate is popular for a reason. It just works in pretty much every aspect. So you have a text option where you can input your language and then it will translate it. A really cool feature of Google Translate though is the camera option. So you can just point your camera at any text and it will try to translate it on the screen for you. I tried it out on Chinese, as you can see here, and just bear in mind my Chinese is about the stage of a 5-year-old child, so definitely not the most complex. It's not going to be like a book, just very simple sentences, but without a doubt it's absolutely 100% accurate with what I wrote, so definitely good for Google here. You can also handwrite as well if that's your thing. Handwrite in your language and it will translate it. Again, it's actually really good, and even with my terrible handwriting, it made everything perfect. So yeah, another plus for Google here. All in all, it's just a really good, well-rounded app. It's Google, you expect that, but are there any better than Google? Well, we have iTranslate, and iTranslate is a funny one because it's actually a paid app in a lot of scenarios. When you download it, it is free and there's lots of free options, but as soon as you download it, it starts trying to puff you into this paid service, which is quite a lot of money. And there are some features that definitely are over and above the free apps. The phrasebook mostly is the thing that is worth the money. So there are lots of phrases in lots of different languages and really useful phrases. If you're going abroad, it's just what you would want. So you can listen to them in the other language. It also has them transcribed in English as well. For example, in Chinese, there's the English transcription in Pinyin. There is a problem with that though, and that's if you're not really a learner of these languages, then you might not know how to actually say the pinyin. So you have to sort of know the language a little bit before using that, and it's the part of the paid service after a while. So it's a bit expensive. It is quite good. The phrases are quite good, but yeah, is it worth the money? I guess that's only up to you. The next one is Bravolol, and this is in the list because I personally use this app. This is pretty much my main go-to translation app that I use. Bravolol is actually not a translation app like Google, iTranslate, or the others in the list. It's not the best at translating audio. It can't really have a conversation with you and another person using the app translating like that. Bravolol really is a dictionary, so if you're quite proficient in the other language already and you just really need to look up certain things, you need to check certain things in that language, I found that Bravolol is really, really accurate in terms of what I put in, it will give me the answers that I want. Bravolol also translates text really, really well. More complex text than Google or iTranslate or the others. You can put in a big chunk of text and it will split up the characters, and I'm using Chinese here because that's my second language, but it will split up the characters really well and accurately, and others sometimes don't split them up well. Bravolol is the most accurate text translation service that I've found. It's a really good dictionary and text translation service, and it is completely free. There's a few other options in there as well. I personally use it. It is a really good and functional app. A specific purpose, not exactly a translator. You have to be learning the language, but definitely good in that respect. Youdao is another really, really good and popular app. This is a Chinese company. Actually, outside of China, I think it's called DearTranslate, so you might want to look for that one. Both on iOS and on the App Store, it's called DearTranslate. This, for me, is exactly the same as Google Translate in terms of all the functions it gives you, a conversation and also instant transcribing of audio or text, and you can use the camera as well, and it is very, very accurate. It just has a different design than Google, really nice modern design and a bright design on this Android phone. The number of languages on this app is crazy. It's pretty much every single language in the world is on here. Really, really, like unique ones. So definitely if you're missing languages on another app, go to Youdao or DearTranslate as it's called, and it'll probably have it. And then we come to Microsoft Translate, which is another really, really high-end app. And I just like the design. It's a really easy layout. And down at the bottom, you have all the options, and it's just really easy to understand. You can input text, you can input audio, or you can have a conversation. The conversation is a little bit strange. You need another person with another phone. Then you can start a conversation, input your details, and it will give you a code that the other person can then scan or put into their phone and have the conversation. So you don't need one phone. It can be done on 2 phones, and then that information and translation can be sent from yours to theirs. Google and Microsoft are the best all-rounders for me. Bravolol is an amazing dictionary for people that are learning another language. If you know any more, put them in the comments. Other people can go and find them as well. But that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.